And we're back. If anybody caught the first little lead in.
Guys, this is why I don't do pranks.
It was a teaser, but that was good. You got everybody.
Oh, I got you good. I got myself good.
You turned it into a party, and then it was off.
And then that was it. And then that party got shut down.
And then the party got shut down.
This is what you get when you try to do shenanigans.
Hey, but we're back.
We're here.
I want you guys to appreciate, one, I'm generally not a fun person, and so that was me trying. Right?
You're not a fun person?
No.
I don't believe that.
No. And two, well, I don't have a second point, but I will say this.
Solid.
We bounced back. We bounced back from that hiccup there.
We're
guys.
here.
First point, I'm not fun. Second point, if you need a second point, refer to number one.
Love it.
That's
okay. So
Aaron
we are
Larison.
back here on the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here on the Kokomo Post, partner with Robert Miller and Son Furniture.
And it's a party.
And it is a party.
You guys want me to try those lights again?
No.
I kind of do. I want to, but don't. Let's give a shout out to Robert Miller and Son for partnering with this debacle of a program. Introducing Robert Miller and Son's sizzling summer savings event. They just made that difficult. From now on till the end of August, all in-stock items are 30% off and special orders are discounted at 25% when you pay with cash, check, or card. Head on down to spruce up your home in style without breaking the bank. Visit the store today at 1540 East Boulevard, Suite A, Kokomo, and let the savings begin. Certain restrictions apply. See store for complete details. Robert Miller and Son Furniture here in Kokomo, partner of the show.
Excellent.
Right, we're here. So sorry about that. If anybody was not watching earlier, we kind of it all just disappeared.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Aaron kicked on the party lights.
It did.
The
Drew
credit
started the beatboxing
of Oppenheimer.
And
then
then
kind of just went boom.
And you know what else is a shame is that there's actually like a disco strobe light in that light behind you, and it didn't work. And so like the really fun part of that hilarious prank that I was just part of, the hijinks,
shocking,
didn't even work.
And
then somehow it busted our video feed.
When that one went on, that one was supposed to go on too.
Yes, they both were supposed to go on.
Well, that might have been my fault because I thought I was turning it on before the show.
Oh, could have been it. I don't know. I don't know. Because you very kindly, as you do, ask how you can help with our setup. And
I automatically started clicking before you said it. Don't touch that because I might have a fun prank coming.
Is that
that's exactly how I would have, that's what I should have said. No, I said, I don't think that's going to work today. Sit down.
And I had already clicked at least, obviously, 3 times because it didn't come on when that one came on.
It was a great prank. You
got me.
I'm really good at them. Gotcha. Yeah.
And our audience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to?
So how are you, Drew?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How was your weekend?
Weekend was fine. Weekend was fine. It was nice. We went bowling.
And my son went bowling this weekend too.
I love bowling. It's really fun. And what is it called? Heritage Lanes.
Yes.
So good.
Yep.
It's a great bowling alley. Really fun. My son and I went, and Aaron and our daughter went to
Curtain Call.
Curtain Call.
To see Mary
Poppins.
Your
Over
niece
the
was
top.
in that.
Yeah, wasn't that great? I mean,
oh my gosh.
These special effects.
Good.
I was honestly, I was shook at how there was a little bit of magic there. There was some. I mean, it truly was. I looked at Ellie, and both of us did the same thing. We went, "Oh, Mary Poppins went flying across the sky."
Because I got a friend who had never been to a curtain call theater. I'm like, dude, you got to go. I mean, this is one to really introduce yourself to. I said, these kids give beef and boards a run for their money. And he texted me Saturday night from the show, and he's like, dude, you're absolutely right. These kids are putting beef and boards to shame.
They said it was a record-breaking crowd. They had more than 1,000 people between the 2 nights, and
awesome.
Highest ticket sales. First time anyone has ever flown a human across the stage at
Havens.
Yeah, at Havens.
That takes some preparation too.
They brought it. Yep.
They had to
beautiful set, a lot of set switching. Very good. I was very impressed.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yes, that was fun.
Very proud to have that. And kudos to Jeremy Leesenby Bruce.
Yes.
Lovingly called LB for directing.
They got another. They've got SpongeBob the musical.
SpongeBob the musical this fall.
So, see, you should
Is that
be
your porpoise?
I don't know. It was
Your
a
dolphin
goat
call again?
It was a goat SpongeBob laugh.
Okay.
But that sounded like when you were
I do a really
imitating a
good
dolphin
Patrick.
for Brie.
Yeah, maybe they're all the same. I'm tired today. I should have really.
Yeah, but you had a great workout this morning.
I had a workout this morning. I should have really loaded up on some caffeine at Lexi's before the show.
Oh.
Should have.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's all right.
That's what they say.
Now we know.
We do. So what's going on at City Hall?
The energy here.
The
it
energy
feels like we need party
is
lights.
infectious.
I'm just throwing it out here. It feels
It's
like we need party lights.
infectious.
If you turn on those lights and it cuts again.
It's a nice lead into my viewing of Oppenheimer tonight. So, I mean, you're just bringing me down to get me in that.
Let's talk about that. So what is that movie about?
The nuclear bomb.
The first ever one tested?
Tested.
Wow. So this is World War II times. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
And there's also Barbie.
Barbie, yeah. So
There couldn't be more
I know,
opposite movies
But
in the
the
opening
thing is,
weekend.
whatever marketing genius, and maybe it's because Hollywood's on strike, whatever. But for them to create this, I mean, I know it's kind of from Brangelina, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, but Barbenheimer. So I mean, people were like off the charts buying double feature tickets, to either Oppenheimer and then Barbie, or Barbie then Oppenheimer. And some people were posting on there, we'll do mimosas then Barbie, and then lunch and then Oppenheimer. I mean, it was like they were making it an event, and holy cow, took the box office off the charts this weekend.
That's good. That's good. I love going to the movies.
Me too.
Talked about it before. We recently went to a stunning film. It was a beautiful film. Mm-hmm. It was something about like teenage Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Rory Gilman, Teenage Kraken.
So that was a good one.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. We went to see Elemental, and that was great.
Elemental was good. Of course, it's Pixar.
Yeah,
of course.
Wait, is
Rory Gilman
Kraken Pixar?
I believe it's DreamWorks.
That makes sense. Elemental was better.
That makes sense.
I mean, Pixar doesn't miss ever.
No. I feel like,
man.
100%.
They don't miss. They're good at everything they do.
They are, but I mean, great lessons in both.
Mm-hmm.
They were lovely, and the kids liked them.
Perfect.
Did you answer my question? What's going on at City Hall?
What's going on at City Hall? No, I didn't.
Oppenheimer.
We
got
went right
distracted.
into,
Yeah.
but
The Barbie movie.
no, as I mentioned before, Aaron's prank was a great start to the week because
Great prank, by the way.
Thank you.
We swore in Kokomo police officers 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. I mean, different badge numbers. There are 460 something as badge numbers, but after today's official swearing in of those 5 officers, we have reached 95 officers strong with the Kokomo Police Department.
It's kind of ironic. Badge 95. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, no. Just numbers.
Never mind. That's not ironic.
So, yes, very proud of what we've been able to accomplish in the last 3.5 years to get close to the 100 officer mark, and likewise with the fire department. I think we've got a few more coming on, which will take us to the low to mid 90s as well. And so kudos to both departments and the recruitment efforts and retainment as well to keep those departments headed in the right direction. So
we recently, a police officer was in our office. We weren't in trouble or anything. We were talking about a fun topic actually, but he kind of gave me the cool history. I never thought about this. I forget his exact number, but whatever his number was, he was telling like it's one of those cool historic things. I'm just gonna make up a number.
I think it was 383.
383 maybe.
was the badge number.
Yeah, his badge number. So like he says, I looked up who was like 283, or who looked up who was 183, and it was just something I never thought about. Like
cool.
From a police standard, angle of like that's kind of cool, Or he looked up like who was 83.
Yeah.
And like just to see the history of the Kokomo Police Department, and like there's so much history in that police department. There's a lot of stories. I think in the building you guys have like a lot of old pictures and things like that from the police department. It was just a cool little angle that I had never thought about.
Well, and what I thought was interesting was like I didn't know that badge number is like that is your badge number.
No one else will have that.
And like no one else will have that. And so he talked about meeting the person who had that had 100 fewer.
Less, yeah.
Yeah, and just like all the legacy that comes along with that. It was a fascinating
Awesome
peek into
which makes that last call so special.
Yeah.
You guys have seen videos of there, like the last call for a specific badge number, because like there will never be another last call with that number. Like that is theirs. That's the last time that number will ever be said over the radio system, and it's a really special thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's really neat.
Yep.
Really neat. So
anything else going on over there?
That we're just still all hands on deck, full throttle to try and get some housing development started here. We need it. We got people and workers coming, and it's going to take a little while to get things put up. So we're trying all we can to entice developers from the region to come to Kokomo and help us out.
Gotcha. Yeah, so on I'm one of those weird people that go to like realtor.com 20 times a day. I just kind of always like looking. Actually, I was looking at before we started filming. It's just a hobby of mine. Some people like Zillow. I'm a realtor.com guy. Can't explain why. And there has never been so many like new construction listings I'm seeing online
before they're
like
even
to
up.
be built or something like that. And there's so many of them. And I feel like a lot of the listings that are in Howard County right now, it's kind of like a vanity metric actually, because you always look at like how many homes are being sold in your county at this given time. So many of them listed for sale are new construction homes that haven't even like broke ground yet. Are those from the conversations you're having at City Hall from these new developers, or was this stuff that's been already in the works? Or how close are we? Because I think you said you had a conversation like 30 some developers, something like that, maybe even more developers. Yeah. So over 30
reached out to, but
where are those conversations at, and how many have like said, yeah, we're building?
There's a small handful that have said, yes, we're committed. They're just working out logistics, either like on purchasing, like on the ground, working that out. And a lot of that, all of it is with private landowners. I mean, so the city, nor the county, nor the alliance owns any of the ground that is being marketed to developers for either multifamily, which are like apartments, or townhomes, single family, any of those. Now the city has individual lots scattered throughout the city that we've acquired through either the blight elimination funds or through commissioner sales that have been on tax rolls forever, and so they sign the certificates over, so we make those available either to adjacent property owners or to individual builders that put up single family homes on those lots. So we've got well over 100 of those available, but the developers that we're spending most of our time with are for larger developments or multifamily. So to answer your question, a lot of what's going up now are builders that already have existing subdivisions that have started the process of the next sections or the next phases of those developments.
Any specific areas of town where some of those are happening? Are they closer, like are north, close to where the factory is going to be?
Yeah, so there's a small handful up on the north and northeast side, and then a handful down on the southern side as well. There's a few tucked in the downtown area, but nothing formal or too intentional right now from anyone on those.
Should we sell our house? Do you need it that bad?
We need it that bad.
All right.
It's good luck. I mean, finding something.
Do you have a guest room?
Though.
Do you have a couple guest rooms?
I do have a couple guest rooms.
Great.
Yeah,
great. We'll work out the details later.
Perfect.
What are the approximate square footage of those guest rooms? No, it is
you
crazy.
You each have your own room. The kids might have to share though.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's fine with us. I mean, as long as I have I mean, you meant like I have my own room, Drew has his own room, and the kids have to share. Okay.
Correct.
Got it.
Maybe like our house now. It'll feel like home. That was a bad joke when you don't get the context. Okay. No, it's like I said, online I'm seeing so many more to be built like constructions in Kokomo, and they're all like that 3 to 4 bedroom 2,100 to 2,500 square foot homes, so not small homes either. So yeah, it's interesting. Awesome. You want to get into some questions?
Oh, let's do.
Well, thanks to Lexi's Drink Bar here in Kokomo, we can do that because this is the Ask the Mayor segment, partnered with Lexi's. If you are, not used to exercising and then you go and do a workout for the first time in a really long time, and like it's, I don't know, like 4:22 in the afternoon, and you're a little groggy, you're a little tired, you should go to Lexi's. Learn from my mistake, and you should go there and get a drink, and you could ask for the Droop.
Ask for the Droop.
44-ounce Coke Zero, sugar-free vanilla, or if you're feeling really tired, just don't even ask what's in it. Just order the coffee. You'll thank me later, or you can send me your cardiovascular appointment bill later.
You'll thank him later at like 2 a.m. when you're still awake.
Still awake, yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for them.
Yes.
The place to go for
Drew
Coke
1, Drew
and
2.
Kokomo. Let's get into it. The first question on Facebook is more of a demand than a question,
right.
but it is
Bring it.
Fix Our Roads from Carla.
Fix our roads.
Fix
We're in the process of trying to do just that with the priorities of roads and such. We're addressing the ones that probably need it the most or in areas. We've also divvied that up a little bit with our alleyways, because our alleyways have gone neglected for a number of years as well. And so as they continue to make asphalt available, and our crews are milling and paving. We'll get to once we can. If she has one in particular, she can email me at mayor@cityofkokomo.org. I can see where that might be on the list. Otherwise, kudos to our guys for getting knocked out what we can. And we've got some larger projects, hopefully still in plans for yet this year. Once this next wave of community crossings funds are made available, so we're working on it.
Next question is also road related. This one's from Joe on Facebook. Any possible update on the road closure at the end of Markland?
So right just west of the roundabout. So it's the closure due to the rather large wastewater or sanitation line pipe that's being laid across or underneath that. It is still slated to be done, I believe, in September. So we've still got a full month and a half yet to go.
Just coming quick.
So I know, but and unfortunately, it wreaks havoc for the school buses that work their way through, and still people that are working their way or typically have gone through there, Eden's Way, and a few of the businesses in there as well. But folks who still get to those from the west side of Markland at Berkeley. So they're working as diligently as they can, but yeah, probably still middle to the end of September.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately,
I know a lot of people use that intersection to get certain places. So,
and I believe it's the same timeline for the bridge on South 931 that NDOT closed, where they've got basically 931 closed off at 26 and at Center Road. You can get so far to the businesses in there, but you can't get all the way through. But that's slated about the same timeline, according to NDOT.
Gotcha. And NDOT is always accurate with their timelines. So good. Next question is from John on Facebook. Is there any easy way for unskilled labor to apply to work at the Samsung plant? All the job listings are for translators and supervisors? ?
I don't believe that's true. I don't think the job hirings. I haven't looked at the job postings. I know that Star Plus has a specific hiring fair or career fair coming up out at Ivy Tech. So there will be information forthcoming on social media and through local media as well, indicating that. But I don't believe the only hiring they're doing at this point are for translators, or what else did you say? Supervisors. I mean, they're working. I mean, some of the hiring that they're doing now probably are at the supervisory level, and are encouraging folks that may be able to speak Korean or understand Korean to apply. But once they get this, because they want the supervisors in, to start into that training process. But the skilled labor or unskilled labor, as he indicated, those will still be forthcoming with the career fairs or postings that Star Plus will make. So,
gotcha. Okay. 1 second. I want to talk about this. Brianna on Facebook, she wants to know what happens to the baby after it was surrendered at the baby box. So
excellent.
If you guys don't know, that was a pretty big thing last week. a child was surrendered into the Safe Haven
baby box. Yep, at Station 1.
Station 1 in downtown Kokomo. And if you don't know what that is, Aaron, can you link, or actually I can probably find it quickly. We wrote an article about this and kind of explains what it is.
So great option and opportunity that we have in Kokomo. I mean, obviously, we had it installed, hoping that a young mother or father would never find themselves in that type of situation, that they see life so challenging or uncertain that they would have to use that. But thank the Lord we did for that young mother, and our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to her for her selfless courage that it took to again, give her daughter the opportunity at a life she felt she wouldn't be able to give. But so the baby then first becomes falls under the authority, if you will, of the firefighter that retrieves the infant. So James Schaefer, God love him, and it was like a proud father. He was so excited. But then Child Protective Services steps in when the baby is taken to the hospital and is checked. And so the Safe Haven organization then works with the Department of Child Services to then place that baby in a temporary foster home, and then again follows the process. If the mother doesn't step forward within a certain amount of time, I forget how much time the mother typically has to again identify herself and come forward, but then the baby is then placed in an adoptive home.
Gotcha. Yeah. So there is a full process ready to happen. And I will say we were at, I guess, was it a press conference? Is that what it would be?
It was that Tuesday.
We were at and your mom was there and your brother, I think, too. And the lady from Safe Haven just kept saying, like, trust me, we will not have a hard time finding a good home for this kid. And I did notice online there was quite a bit of pushback from some people on just like the publicity talking about the situation. And I don't know. I see both sides. A lot of people were saying, isn't the point of this to be like anonymous and like to not make a big deal out of it? And I will say, or they were also saying, imagine being the mom and then you get on the internet or just anywhere and you see a bunch of stories about it. Like, I don't know. I hear that. I think there's validity to that. And I also think there's validity of the mom maybe seeing a story and knowing that the kid is okay and that baby has been,
and obviously we can't put ourselves in the mothers, but I would think too, to see, the number of posts of people, applauding her and congratulating her on her courage and praying for her and such. That would give reassurance. But at the same time, you're right. There's, the hype about it to say, look how the baby's now being cared for and being placed. So that, it has that. But at the same time, I would think that if, also showing the success and how the process works, that there may be, again, you hate to have somebody in that situation, but that they'd be like, okay, I know that my baby's going to be taken care of. And so it may lead to another one.
Yeah. A lot of people might not even know, which I guarantee they didn't, because I saw comments like they didn't know the box existed. So just awareness of that in general. Like I said, I get both sides of people saying I fully do, but I think there is a lot of good on talking about the situation, and for people that, like I said, didn't know it existed, and maybe they're going through something similar, or they know somebody who's going through something similar. But like it is such a great thing that it's awful that it has to exist, but it does. And like, that's just a reality of some people's situations. But like, I think they said there's 19 children, not in our box, just nationwide or statewide, I think. Statewide, 19 children that have been saved. Like there have been 19 lives saved.
More than that. I believe it was the 5th in Indiana, if I'm remembering those stats correctly, and the 12th this year. Or, it was, the numbers were staggering. And, since the inception since Safe Haven began placing these, just the number of, and there's also an anonymous hotline. They have really pushed. It seems like to give so many resources to be able to make sure that there are no children that are left abandoned.
Yeah.
And it was just again what a heavy topic. But
well, something interesting I remember at the press conference. I'm trying to find her name. I'm not sure if it's in the article or not. Oh, here she is, Monica Kelsey, who she is with Safe Haven. She's a grown adult. She's a founder of this. She was abandoned,
right?
Like as a baby. So like this organization has a lot of just deep roots in this cause and trying to save kids. And this is what we can do. You know, as just people, as not just Kokomo, but just as humans in general, is like we have to be there for those that need us to be there. And it's a really great organization that I think has gone above and beyond of trying to make it the best possible scenario for the kid as well as that mother who is surrendering their child. And like I can't imagine being in that situation. But I think there is probably comfort of knowing, whether it's a news article or whether it's a photo, knowing that like, hey, they got the baby. The baby is safe. The baby
baby's healthy, and she's going to a good home.
Your perfect situation after putting that baby in the box happened. So I mean, I think there is, but like I said, I understood the debate online of. I think there's validity both sides, but I do think it's a good thing.
Well, and I think the overarching, I mean, everyone was glad that baby was safe and that the system worked as it should. And I do know that your dad was really instrumental, Tyler, in bringing that, and Knights of Columbus helped fund that. And I don't know. I don't know how it feels, but for me, I'm sure there's some legacy and some things there that, we look at the way your dad left a mark in this community, and like he's still continuing to leave a mark. So,
something that he believed in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So and we'd even talked about installing a second one down at Station 2. So there was like Central and then Southern as well. So this may, allow the Knights of Columbus, regionally, or even one of the hospitals, because I know Ascension partnered with the Knights of Columbus as well. So
I heard both hospitals showed up. So I imagine they had to do rock paper scissors on who was going to.
Well, the process was is truly amazing. They said like that first alarm goes, because there's several layers of alarm, and Chief Frazier was saying that there's one that when they open it, and then there's another one when something breaks the plane and is placed inside, but within 2 minutes that baby was receiving care. I mean, just within like 60 seconds or 120 seconds. It was such a small.
What was the firefighter's name?
James Schaefer.
He spoke a little bit at the press conference, and he said, it's really weird. I had that kid in my arms for maybe 10 minutes, and then the hospital shows up. Like, I weirdly didn't want to give the baby. Because
He's like,
all I wanted to do was protect it.
Yeah, it is. So it is kind of one of like the funny rules of this. Whoever finds the baby in the box literally is their legal guardian until, but he's like, I didn't expect it, but like, I was very cautious about giving it to the hospital, or the EMTs that showed up, and it was funny.
As I understand, he's still within his first 6 months of
absolutely,
with the department. So what a start.
Yeah. And I think I heard some stories. There have been at least one situation where that firefighter that found the baby actually ended up being the one adopting the baby.
Cool.
Which my goodness, that story.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I hate to do this, but this is a drastic change of gears for this next question.
Okay.
And it is from Henry on Facebook. Good afternoon. Today was trash day on Sycamore and Dixon. Our garbage man dumped the trash and left trash behind, and my disabled husband had to go out and pick up the garbage and put it back in the trash can and lift up our trash can off the ground on 200 block South Dixon Road. Would like to get a sweep down our street. This is the second time. Last time he dumped it, he dropped someone's trash all down the road that had human bodily fluids and waste in it.
Okay.
It's scattered amongst 4 houses, including our own, through the yard.
Okay. I don't have the number for the street department, but hopefully not only bringing it to my attention here, but they called the street department to indicate the situation, and we can definitely follow up on that and try and get somebody back out there tomorrow. And the collector on that route will have a conversation.
Is that public maintenance and refuse?
Yes.
I have that number.
Oh, you do?
Well, that's the handy thing about having a laptop in front of you. Let me see. Hold on. What was his name? Henry. If you are still watching, I'm going to copy and paste the phone number into that specific department.
I apologize. I don't have it.
The city right there. So you can give them a call. And it sounds like it's already been picked up, but it also sounds like that's a continuing issue. So I don't know, maybe there's an issue with your tote or something like that might be causing the issue. Yeah. I'm not sure. So
well, and some of it too. I mean, since it's the mechanical arms, I mean, if they bring it back down and it catches the curb or something and tips, or sometimes they may get in a hurry and hit and go to the next one before it's set. So would definitely, so the 200 block of South Dixon, correct?
Yes, 200 South.
Okay.
Block of South Dixon. Yeah.
Sorry, Henry.
And Henry is still watching, so he got the phone number. Hopefully that solves the issue. Okay, those are the questions we had for the Ask the Mayor segment here on the Mayor Tyler Moore Show, partnered with Lexi's Drink Barn. If you have any questions for the mayor, leave them in the chat down below, or you could leave them in a comment on our Facebook page. Trust me, we will do all we possibly can to find all these questions to ask the mayor here. Everything you guys need to know. You have an opportunity once a week, usually, if we're not traveling or something like that. You have an opportunity once a week to ask this guy anything about the city of First, and he's going to be here to answer them. So,
you bet.
Mr. Mayor, do you have a dad joke for us today?
Yeah. Funny thing. I was watching a baseball game, and the funny thing about a pop fly.
What would be funny about a pop fly?
Never mind. It's over your head.
There it is.
There's a little shout out to Jude too about the cheesy pizza.
Yep. Yep. Man. Jude's two favorite jokes are, do you hear the one about the roof? Never mind. It's over your head.
It's over your head.
And did you hear the one about the pizza? I can't tell you. It's too cheesy.
Gotta love it. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here on the Kokomo Post, partner with Robert Miller and Son Furniture.
And if you haven't had an opportunity, catch out Little Foodsies on Kokomo Post Kids, because that is the spot to see.
Little Foodies.
I love Little Foodies.
It is funny.
Those guys.
Little Foodies, man.
They are enjoying acting like they're YouTube stars.
I bet.
That much.
Yeah, oh, man.
Because it brings a joy to your day.
It's fun. And I told Aaron, we need to add something to the end of every episode where, hey, share this for your kids' chance to be on an episode. I think that'd be fun to get some kids in here and trying different things and let everybody have an opportunity to be on camera.
Fun.
I think it's fun.
Didn't mean to interrupt, but
no, you're good.
Folks, catch it out.
Check it out. Kokomo Post Kids. Appreciate it. Awesome. Well, thank you, folks. We will see you next time.
See you, Kokomo.